Alright, people, there is this tamarind tree in my backyard, and I just noticed a kind of a cruelty, I would say, that was being done with this. So, what happens, friends, is when we have such trees in our backyard, we just happen to tie a string across its stem with the purpose of either putting in a guided direction or somewhere so as to make use of that tree. But what happens is when we let that thread stay for a considerable time, then that thread get as the tree gains girth, the thread gets embedded in the bark. The same is something that has happened here. I'll show you. Here it is. Here was the string. This line was for the purpose of uh, hanging clothes for drying, and as we see, it's a very strong line because it contains some copper wires inside, iron wires and other, and it was tied somewhere here, and it stayed for a long time, and as a result you see it had embedded deep inside. So it got to my notice yesterday, and I opened up the knot which was somewhere here, and you can see how deep this had been. I've already removed one girth round of it, and now the remaining. I just wanted to record this for you just to show how deeply it goes. So it's very jammed. So as you see, here it is. I'm pulling the thread out, and you can see how deep it is in the bark. I'm sort of glad that I got to see this. Finally, here it is outside. This wire. So this is a wound that runs pretty deep, but it shall heal very soon. It shall heal because the tree is still in its growth phase, and it shall soon cover up the bark. Another, had it been a little late, I'll show what would have been the results. There's another tree behind my house, and you see that's a simul tree, the silk cotton tree, and this part in the trunk, you see this part in the trunk, there is this deep furrow, rather two deep furrows, and those two deep furrows are only created by a similar action. A wire must have been tied across it, so it was not removed, and hence the tree got a deep scar. Hopefully this won't be that deep, and the tree shall recover very soon. So the learning points here are that if you tie a rope or a string or a wire across a trunk, especially on a younger tree, make sure it's loosely fitting, and keep visiting it every now and then so as to ensure that it doesn't get too deep in the tree. And just wanted to show you a tamarind. There are a few. It's a young tree, just 4 years old now, but it already has some tamarinds. There are some tamarinds on this tree. Where is it? Okay, there. I will try to zoom onto that. There you see two of them. 2, 3 tamarinds. Right. There's another thick one there. There's another one hanging out there. So I'm glad that I came to see this and am able to rectify an error which